here to tell us about all things military in our community. Christina Bradford joins us today. Christina represents a number of organizations that are all doing amazing things on behalf of the military men and women and their families in our community, and helping us to prop them up as well, because it's so important, Christina, that we have a way to give back and to give thanks for those who have given so much. Christina is here to talk about, today's emphasis is going to be on Elko's VFW, Post 2350, the Veterans of Foreign Wars. Christina, thank you for being on the program today.
Thank you so much, as always, for having me. I always appreciate you allowing us to talk about all the things that we have going on. And last time I was on, I talked a lot about the Elko Veteran Corps volunteer group, all things veteran. Now, the VFW, so we talked a little bit, and I'll share with everybody just how important our VFW is for our community. Not all VFWs are the same. I've learned that talking to just different service members across the United States. Every state, every city, every chapter is different. But our post is probably one of the most, well, I can say definitely one of the most involved in their community. Just from what I hear from other posts in other areas, ours does so much for our community, and it's actually incredible all the things that they do. So hopefully I can touch on a few things. I know that our students are probably aware of the 2 scholarship programs that we've been talking about. I know that we've put up a couple of flyers with a couple of QR codes so they can scan. The Patriot's Pen and the Voice of Democracy. Those are 2 VFW-led scholarships that are available every year, and it's for grades. So the Patriot's Pen is for our youngsters. This is grades 6 through 8. They have $55,000 total scholarships to give out, and that's a lot. These kids, they can win on a regional level, national level. It goes all the way up, just depending on the voting and the submissions. First place award for the Patriots Pen is $5,000. So that's a good amount, and considering it's as early as grades 6 and 8, it's a great foundation to work towards, I think. And it's a pretty nice topic this year. So it's basically, how are you showing patriotism and support for our country? So anything that you do can be showing patriotism. If you are involved in community events, maybe with your parents, maybe with your friends, maybe with your school, you're already a patriot. You're doing things for your fellow, students, fellow community members. So I think that's a wonderful topic. I could probably run for that for days, but the Voice of Democracy, so now we're getting into a little bit more money because now we're in grades 9 through 12. So now we're really focused on college and tuition, and it is expensive, but the first place award there, $35,000, that goes directly to your college. You don't have to do anything. It just is a check that goes out to your college. I find that phenomenal. And again, it's the same tiers of prizes. It can start off here in Elko. Maybe you win. We've never had an overall winner for Nevada. It'd be really cool to have one this year. We've had plenty of winners regionally, but it would be really cool to have a high school student win on the Nevada level and take it nationally to get that $35,000. Now that topic, that theme is the same. It's showing support for our country. That one's an audio essay as well as a written essay. So you got to talk a little bit, which I know is scary, but boy, it's good training, good practice.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. And you're right, Christina. We've had students be very successful in that on a regional level. And we have some of the strongest voices on this topic and in this contest from right here in Elko County. So we really want to encourage students to go for that.
Absolutely. And then I'm not going to leave the teachers out. So, of course, we take care of our students. We want to take care of our teachers as well. We have our annual teacher recognition program every year. Both the deadlines for the teacher recognition and the Voices of Democracy and Patriots Pen, all October 31st. So there's still time to get those submissions in. For the teachers recognition, we sent those out via Peach Jar, so we should have every school covered. I was able to talk to the county director, the schools director, so they made sure that those flyers went out. Please, if you know a teacher, if somebody really did make an impact in your child's life, in your life, it doesn't matter. Current teacher from K all the way through 12. We're looking for anybody who's made an impact. Reach out. We have our submission forms, and like I said, we've got till October 31st, so there's still time. We just need a photo, a bio, a letter of recommendation, and enter by the 31st. We've got prizes, $1,000 award for the winning teacher's school and the winning teacher. This can go to a national level as well. We just keep going as long as they're voting on them. We've got judging criteria of citizenship, innovation, resources, and passion. So all of those things, if that's really speaking to you right now for a teacher that you know, teachers need more recognition.
Definitely. They need our support. Recognition is wonderful so that they can continue to support our students in the best way possible. And again, because of the participation we've seen in the past, Christina, I can just see this as another great opportunity as long as we get those students. So students and parents, grandparents, spread the word. Reach out to a school counselor or your teacher on campus.
Absolutely, yep. And as always, they can always ask the Veterans Resource Center if they have any questions on any of these topics covered today, because we really do want to be that one-stop shop. Anything that has to do with veteran-related affiliation, VFW, American Legion, NDVS, anything, please let us know. Any of these topics, too, we have all the resources. We can connect you to anything that you have a question on.
I did want to give a quick plug for the Veterans Resource Center too, Christina, because it's on the college campus, GBC, and it's across from the Learning Commons, which has been the library in McMullen Hall. And it's such a nice, welcoming atmosphere. Some people might think, oh, I go up to a counter, there's a window. There's none of that. You have couches.
We have probably the most comfortable rocking chair and couch I have ever sat on.
And that's how you want to have conversations, to help people, to get them comfortable. Yeah,
absolutely. We've always got plenty of Black Rifle coffee going. We had somebody the other day come in and grace us with some guitar music. We have a guitar on hand, just throwing that out there if somebody wants to go practice some tunes. And it was lovely. It was really nice. But yeah, that's the environment we're hoping to create, and all are welcome. Anything, any type of question you have, we will get you there.
That's our Veterans Resource Center on campus at Great Basin College with our guest today, Christina Bradford. She's been talking all about the opportunity for students in the community and teachers with those scholarships. Again, Peach Jar is a great resource for information. You can click on the Elko County School District website to get more information there. And I know you brought an incredible list of things today, Christina.
So many things. So going back to all the things that the VFW Post 2350 does for our community. So I know a lot of people understand that we do have a food pantry. I don't know if they understand how big it is and the availability. So this pantry, we've started our winter hours, so unfortunately that limits our hours. So Wednesday from 9 a.m. to noon, we've got food, water, sundries, toiletries, clothes. We have so many things. So if you have a veteran in need, a family in need, please reach out. If they can't get there on a Wednesday, we can figure it out. We'll make arrangements. We've got so much to give there. Along with our pantry, not a lot of people know that we also have a medical supply closet. And when I say medical supplies, medical beds, we've got walkers, we've got wheelchairs, we've got all kinds of stuff that people donate. It's almost like checking out a book at a library. If you need something, come and we'll get it to you. We'll get it, whatever it is you're looking for. And then hopefully we get it back so somebody else can use it again for later. But it really is a wonderful program, and we have so many items that I know people out there need them. I know it, because medical stuff is expensive. And by all means, if we have it to give you, please save the expense.
I know one of your partners, Billie Jean Crawford at Horizon Hospice, she recommends this medical pantry all the time because people will call Horizon Hospice and want to donate, and they simply don't have a place to store it. But she considers your group an important partner in this effort, and so just keep it going, Christina.
I love hearing that.
Yeah,
that's
isn't
awesome.
That nice?
Because they do work hard, and they do, a lot of our members are getting older, and they're just doing the best that they can. And speaking of, we actually got our auxiliary back. For those that don't know about the auxiliary, if you are not able to join the VFW, if you are a spouse, a family member, something like that, maybe the auxiliary would be something that you can do to add to your service or to give a little bit back. That just transpired recently. So now we have an auxiliary to help us support, run these events, run these programs. We have our bingo night every other Friday. That's a really fun event. We got prizes. It's family friendly. Kids are welcome. Families are welcome. And the entrance fee is a non-perishable food item for the pantry. Not looking for money, just looking for more ways to help people. So I really think that's pretty cool.
And that'll be at the VFW Hall, Christina?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
We do the first Thursday of every month is when we have our VFW meeting. If you're interested in joining the VFW, come by. If you're interested in joining the auxiliary, come by, because that's the same meeting time for the auxiliary. So first Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. we'll be at the hall, both the auxiliary and the VFW, if you have questions or if you are looking to join.
Well, Christina, you have a beautiful story, I think, too, and if you don't mind sharing about why in particular you did commit to joining VFW, something to do with your dad, is that right?
It was actually my grandpa.
Okay.
And it's a promise that I made.
Oh, I didn't mean for that to happen, sweetheart.
Oh, that's okay. The VFW meant a lot to my grandfather. So when he came back from the war, he was a POW. It was very hard for him to reconnect, and he needed a purpose. He needed a place. He went back to work just like they all did, but there was no connection for him. He found the VFW. His first event was gathering donations for poppies, which we still do to this day. And I remember going with him to one of the poppy events, and my grandpa was different. He was telling his story, and people were wanting to listen, and it really gave him kind of that sense of connection and purpose.
Absolutely, yeah.
So when I joined the military, and of course he's so proud, right? So proud that his granddaughter is following in his footsteps. I told him, I said, now when I get out of the military, I'll make sure that I join whatever VFW I land on, and I'll continue this type of service. So it meant a lot to him, means a lot to me.
And it means a lot to our community, Christina. I really thank you for sharing that story. It brings tears because it's meaningful, and I hope people understand that you're willing to tell those stories because we're revitalizing VFW. I know that for a long time, people even in our community thought, oh, it's for the older, it's for World War II, VFW obviously was there for Vietnam veterans. But then we have this whole new wave of people who need care and support and connection that you just described. And so here's Christina representing that younger generation of military veterans, people who served, and she is stepping in. And I can't help but think of Carol and how pleased she would be that the auxiliary has been brought back, Christina.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And it is exactly like you said. And I do hope that people from my generation and our eras, the Afghanistan, the Iraq veterans, can feel comfortable in joining, that it's not just for one particular group. it is for all of us. We all need each other at some point.
And there you go. Those connections through Elko's VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars Post-2350, including and embracing and lifting up the new generation who are also honoring those who came before, and your chance to help support them as well. So we've been talking in this first segment of our show with Christina Bradford about VFW, and I want to make sure we got all those wonderful details in because we have a Veterans Ball to support and a Veterans Parade also coming our way.
Yeah, so November is a very big Veterans Month. I also realized that I forgot, so I wanted to make sure that I talked about the Teacher Award. Coming up in December, just so everybody's aware, we also have our First Responders Award. So teachers, we know how important they are. We haven't forgotten about our first responders. That's coming up right after the Teacher of the Year, our First Responder of the Year. And that's anywhere from your EMT, your firefighter, your policeman.
They can be volunteers.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely. They really make this community go. So just wanted to make sure that
Are you looking for volunteer or for nominations from the community, Christina?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Nominations from the community for these, because that's where we get our stories. That's where we get, not everybody talks about what they do every day, especially a teacher, a first responder. It's just, for them, it's their way of life.
Yes.
They do this day in and day out. So it's up to us, the community members, to recognize those people who are not going to recognize themselves, of course.
Absolutely. You might be a spouse, you might be a sibling, or even a child of an emergency rescuer, a first responder in our community. But this is an opportunity to lift them up and to let them know that we're watching and we care.
Absolutely. So a lot of what the VFW does as well is they sponsor a lot of programs. I talked about the Elko Veteran Corps putting on the Veterans Ball. The VFW did sponsor a couple of tables, which we've been blessed enough to fill already. This is a very big year for our Army, our Marine Corps, and our Navy folks because this is our collective 250th birthday. Army, of course, celebrated theirs in June. The Navy celebrated theirs October 13th, and then the Marines are about to celebrate theirs. But 250 years is incredible when you think about all that our country has been through. So this year, our Veterans Ball is going to collectively be celebrating that anniversary, that birthday. From what I understand, there are a few tickets left. I mean, very few, so don't wait. Throw yourself into there because it's going to be an amazing evening. Our guest speaker is a retired Marine. She's coming from Wells. They do so much work with our Torn Warriors program, our Disabled Veterans program. She's also doing a lot of work with our female first responders and special forces as far as uniforms, fitted vest. She got the okay she got a wonderful visit from Senator Cortez Masto, who came out and approved her program. So she's going to be speaking about that at our Veterans Ball. Definitely don't want to miss this guest speaker. I'm blessed to call her my friend, but she's incredible. She's just done a lot of work for our veterans and for our female first responders and veterans alike. So that'll be November 8th. There are, like I said, a few tickets available. I think they do a cutoff on Saturdays, so now's the time. And of course, if you want to be a part of this, if you are a business that's listening to this right now and wants to put in a raffle basket donation for the auction, we're still accepting that.
That is great, Christina, because the last time we talked, it was like, well, it's coming along. And now, oh, okay, everybody has figured this out. And now tickets are nearly sold out. Sponsorships, solid. But again, it's never too late to contribute to this effort. The best way to get tickets is online because you won't be doing them at the door.
Correct. Yeah. So they've got till Saturday to get the remainder of the tickets. Like I said, I think it's like less than 10 that's left. So, I mean, we're really on the wire here. So go to elkoveterancorps.com. That's where you're going to get your tickets, and that's where you're going to ask if you have any questions. I mean, we're still fielding a lot of questions. We want to make sure that everybody understands what a big deal this year is, because it is. This is the only fundraiser that Elko Veteran Corps does. And in order to continue their wonderful programs, and I'm going to talk about a program here in just a second, but this is their only fundraiser. So this funds a lot of our veteran programs. So I've been seeing a lot of really awesome partnerships between EBC and the VFW. I think together combined, it's going to be an amazing 2026 because it's already been an incredible 2025. But please, if you can support them, it's definitely for a good cause.
Yeah, a great cause. And again, rolling in the 250th observations for all of those branches that you talked about. Anybody who has any affiliation, obviously formal attire is encouraged, so you can wear those dress blues, right? You can be proud and show.
We would love that.
Yes.
Please show off your service. We love it. We're here to honor that.
So that is coming up on November 8th. It's a community event. You don't have to be military affiliated. You just need to be a patriot, I think, patriotic person who's proud and cares about this freedom that our veterans have kept for us, have held this place for us. It is sad that military gets thrust into politics, but it's like a lot of good things that are happening in our country right now, thrust into politics. But this is not about politics. This is about freedom and sacrifice and honor and respect and our community, Christina.
Absolutely. And I mean, having a good time.
Exactly.
Dinner, dancing, music, it'll be great.
Well, thank you for bringing us that great news. Okay, I'm going to let you follow your list because you have a bunch.
Oh gosh, it's such a long list. I'm so grateful that you're letting me go through it all.
Thank you for being here.
So part of the partnerships that we were talking about, we've talked before with the endless possibilities. So what we absolutely want to see happen for next year, and this directly ties in with the Veteran Ball and with the fundraiser there, we are introducing Mutt Mondays. And this is going to be at the Veterans Resource Center in GBC, and it is a beginning of a program for service dogs. Through Endless Possibilities, we have a new trainer, Vicky Tybo. She's been wonderful in trying to connect the right dog with the right person, but we want to take that extra step further and see if we can get some of these dogs to become service dogs. We've got the criteria for a service dog. I mean, and if you don't already know, the amount of different types of services that dogs can provide between guide dogs, mobility assistance, psychiatric service, seizure, diabetes, autism, allergy detection. The list goes on. We've got so many potential dogs and we want you to meet them. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring every other Monday, we're going to bring a potential service dog to the VRC. If you are a service member in need, and it doesn't have to be a service member, but if you are a service member in need, come and meet one of our dogs because we are gauging them for potential for one of these types of service criteria. And Elko Veteran Corps, of course, is covering those adoption fees. So part of our fundraiser is just to be able to provide this connecting service to our service members and give them what they possibly need in a dog companion.
And at the same time, you're collaborating with and helping another exciting and dedicated nonprofit, Endless Possibilities, Christina.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love those partnerships.
Yeah, that's great. That is great. It's a way to lift each other for sure.
I am going to try really hard to fit the rest of this in here because we have our 20th annual Veterans Day Parade, and I do not want to miss the information for this one because if you have seen our flyers that have gone out, we want the community to nominate our Grand Marshal this year. Just like the Elko Veteran Corps website is for our Veterans Ball tickets, it's also going to be to nominate your Grand Marshal. So we do have the flyers out. The QR code is attached, but you can go to elkoveterancorps.com, and if you have a veteran, a service member that continues to give service to our community, we would love to hear from you. Please nominate that person. We would love to be able to name hundreds of nominees to find maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 grand marshals this year. Don't know. We're waiting on the community to tell us what we're going to do this year for our grand marshal. But that's going to close on the 27th. So please do get those nominations in. We just ask that you provide a contact, at least one form of contract for your nominee so we can get a hold of that person to let them know that they've been nominated. But we would love to see a lot of entries because I know a lot of veterans that do a lot for this community. I would love to see a huge list of names there.
That's very generous, Christina. And again, I think she just summarized, if you were not sure what would sort of qualify a person to be nominated, someone who obviously has served, but then someone who continues to serve. And it could be in any number of ways. It could be a coach, it could be a teacher, it could be a counselor, it could be any number of ways. A volunteer, for example. Absolutely.
If that person is significant in your life, tell us. Tell us about it. Even if it's just a heartwarming story of somebody that, baked you cookies. I don't care.
Maybe it's mom or dad that reads to the kids every night and tucks them in.
Absolutely. Yeah, so. We love that. So we would love to hear all those stories. We would love to see all those stories. The more we get, the more we can make from it. And I would like to recognize every single name of a person that gets nominated. So you will not be left. You will not be left aside. That's for sure. We just got confirmation today. I found out that we are, in fact, having a C-130 flyover for our parade. So you heard it here. Is that what they say in the radio, right? We are having a flyover courtesy of our local Air Force. So we got that confirmation today, and that's pretty exciting.
How thrilling, because this is the 20th annual Veterans Day Parade right here in Elko. Elko County sponsors the parade. Elko County community makes sure it continues. And we will be remembering folks like Charlie Myers, because obviously the late Charlie Myers was instrumental in getting this going. Glenn Guthrie has since relocated from the community, but obviously another Vietnam-era veteran who this was important to him. He served on the county commission as well. Christina, just revisiting a little history, but because this isn't a day, no matter what the weather, sometimes it's been bitter cold, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes the sun is beating down, but just like our veterans, this parade goes on.
Absolutely, and in case you're wondering how you can support, show up, come with a float. If you've got a classic car, put the classic car in the parade. We love it. As much participation as you can just tells us how much this means to you. So if you do have a float idea, if you have a company, if you have a group, even a family, we had somebody who mentioned the female wrestling team might be putting together a float.
Nice.
I know we spoke to Summer at Home Depot. Talk about a place that does so much for their community. Home Depot, Summer, if you're listening, you're amazing. I can't wait to see your float. It's going to be phenomenal.
Excited. You've got all the lumber you need. Yes.
And we definitely, that deadline, late entry submissions are totally fine. You got something that you put together in one day, come and show it off. Totally fine. Just be a part of it.
The parade is Tuesday, November 11th. That is not just a day off from work or school. That is a day to come to honor, to remember, and support, and to be in the parade and to be of good cheer, to honor all the veterans past, present, and future, because we rely on you as well. There are a lot of students getting ready to graduate, Christina, probably just like you, eager to step into that uniform.
That's right. And we appreciate all of those thoughts and all of those kids that are willing to take our place, because that's kind of what it's all about.
Well, I know you have a couple more things, and you have plenty of time. You take all the time you need. I am not at all worried.
So I really love the fact that the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree is making a whistle stop here. I can't tell you how excited I am about that. So we have a collaborative effort. We will have our veterans group will be in attendance. We will be signing that banner happily, because what a proud moment that is. So that's going to be November 2nd. So you will see a representation of EVC, the VRC, as well as the VFW, and the Legion. We will be in attendance because that's just a really cool thing. So we hope to see a lot of people there. It's going to be a very fun family event. Santa's going to be there, of course. We've got treats, we've got games, and then signing that banner, being a part of history. That's just really cool.
That's the first time we've ever had a capital Christmas tree from Nevada. So she's absolutely right. Christina's right. This is being part of Elko history, and that is on Sunday, November 2nd, and it will be an evening event, but hey.
5 p.m., yes.
Yeah, 5 p.m.
At the East Center, yep.
Yep.
And that's going to be incredible for the whole family. Please bring the kids. I think that's incredible for them to be able to say, I was there, I was a part of that.
Yeah, because I'm sure they'll see it on TV when it's all lit up, and just the pride that we can have here in Elko County, because not every city in the state is an overnight stop, but we are. Very
We're so cool.
Yeah, I know. Isn't this a great place to live and work and play?
I mean, I think so, but yeah.
Well, thank you, Christina. And I know you've got another event sitting in front of you.
I have
November.
one more event that I definitely want to call attention to, because I think it's really important that, like we talked about, the VFW wants to try to revamp and revitalize and get things going. Well, our RSVP is our transportation here in Elko. RSVP helps a lot of our seniors get to their medical appointments and where they need to go. They are revitalizing as well. They are conducting a fundraiser at the Senior Center November 21st. That's Friday, and that'll be at 5:30. So please, if you can come, enjoy a spaghetti dinner. They have tables with wine. It'll be a very nice event. The VFW and the VRC will be sponsoring that as well. And it's because we feel that that is a vital part of the community, something we very much need, and they are trying their best. So if you are interested in volunteering too, if driving is your calling, please contact RSVP. They could really use the help, and our seniors definitely could use the help in transportation.
RSVP stands for Retired Senior Volunteer Program?
Yes.
Is that, okay, and
Yes.
you don't have to be a senior. And I just put this out here, but a lot of people of various situations will be looking for opportunities to volunteer in the community, to work part-time, and maybe before you didn't realize that there were these opportunities, but here is a perfect opportunity to become an RSVP driver, make some new friends, and do something amazing.
That would be awesome. And we're all about community here, so really show them some support. Come have some dinner.
Yes, Christina Bradford, our guest from Elko Veteran Corps, and of course the Veterans Resource Center, which is located on campus, Great Basin College. You're there pretty much Monday through Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Monday through Friday.
Walk-ins welcome. It is, seriously, it's like a living room. There's a guitar. There's coffee. The coffee pot is on. There are very, very pleasant people, but don't be fooled, because they're also determined and professional. And want to give a shout out to Casey Ortiz, because she is organizing the Veterans Day Parade, and it is going to be organized. We all know this. So yes, thank you. And thank you again we spent the first part of our program emphasizing the significance of supporting Elko's VFW post-2350 with the new generation, merging and blending and lifting up those who have come before us. So Christina, thanks for all the good news that you bring to the radio show, and we're just going to have you back again and again and again. So I'm glad you're getting used to it. Thank you.
I'm trying. Thank you, Lori.
Thank you. And thank you, listeners, for joining us. You can find the Veterans Resource Center on campus at Great Basin College.